All right, here I am at Davis Lock and Safe, and we're gonna learn about safes for stackers, the best safe for silver and gold. Let's do it. Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Silver Dragons, nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Do you have any safes that would be good for a stacker? A safe that could hold silver, gold, stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know that most of the time people, when they want to store their silver, they just buy a gun safe.
Correct.
But that's actually not recommended, right?
It isn't. Gun safes, usually the fire rating isn't going to be the same as a residential security safe or a commercial security safe. I can show you here.
Yeah, let's see.
So, right on the side of the door, this is rated for 45 minutes.
Okay.
All right, now that's a residential fire. You obviously want the most protection. This one, for example, this is a mid-size. This is rated for 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours.
Of a commercial rated fire. So that'd be like a chemical fire. So your home will be in ashes and the safe will still be sitting there.
Wow, so the fireproof is better because if you have cash in it, and also like your metals, you could recover them, but if they all get melted together,
That's right.
it's not gonna be worth as much as
Correct.
the coins.
Yeah. Yep. So always go for the most protection.
And you guys recommend bolting them down?
Always. Yeah. So like this safe right here is about 314 pounds. Very heavy compared to that safe over there, which is about 200 pounds. That gun safe we just looked at. On the inside of these, you'll see there's usually 1 to 4 bolts on these fire safes. There's usually one in the center. Recommend putting it on concrete because it adds 30 minutes of fire protection to the 2-hour rating. So this safe would actually be 2.5 hours. And the concrete expansion bolt would really prevent anybody from like rocking it out or anything.
I see. So when you guys deliver the safe, that's something you would do? You would install it for people?
It's all inclusive.
So if they're putting it on concrete, they're probably putting it in their garage?
Yeah, we always recommend the garage. A lot of our customers come in and they want it in their home, but most home construction is wood floors. So yes, we can bolt it down to a wood floor, but it's gonna be a lag bolt. And a large person could grab that safe and rock it out of the wood. Wherein a concrete expansion bolt isn't going to be able to move.
Yeah, when I see these little safes here, I think maybe if you're just stacking gold, this would be okay because you could fit a lot of gold in a small safe and these aren't going to break the bank. I mean, this here is like basically half an ounce of gold, you know, is the price of this safe right here. But I think if you're going for silver, you definitely want something a little bit bigger.
That's right.
So what's the name of this safe here?
So this is a Gardall, and they come in, I think, about 8 different models of different sizes. So depending on your budget and your needs as a stacker, you see yourself doing this for a long time, you might want to get something bigger. That's my only complaint with customers or concern is they don't get big enough.
Right.
So I say, hey, you know, especially in this community, you're going to be stacking. So get the biggest one you can afford.
So this one here, $3,700. That's a really good deal. I mean, that's a little bit more than an ounce of gold.
That's right.
But you could store a lot of precious metals. And how long is this one good for in a fire? Is it the same 2 hours?
This is a 2-hour rated safe as well.
Talk to me about the lock.
Sure.
What's the advantage of going mechanical over electric?
Anything mechanical is going to be longer term without maintenance or servicing. Anything electronic is prone to fail eventually. I always tell people, you know, if you're stacking or you're putting, you know, special paperwork away or anything like that, use a mechanical dial. It's going to last the longest. Electronic locks, obviously, people concerned with EMP, water, environment, is going to be more susceptible to fail than a mechanical lock.
So I know in past videos I've talked to people about tool time, how long it takes to get into the safe. That's a professional breaking into the safe, right?
Correct. So you have basically 2 different ratings. You have a TL15 and a TL30. That's the time it takes to open the safe by a professional. So if I were to put my tools on this safe, it takes me 15 minutes or it takes me 30 minutes to gain entry to it. Not necessary. None of these safes are TL rated.
Okay, none of these are.
No. And I would only say, like, if you want to report what you have to an insurance company, they may request that there's, in order to insure your products, your stuff, that it has a TL rating. And some are TL15, TL30. Pawn shops, jewelry stores, coin shops, usually those kind of businesses, insurance carriers require those.
So for the average stacker though, that's not necessary because the chances that someone who's actually trained in opening these is going to be at your house very, very low.
Very low.
So it's really just for insurance.
Correct.
So if a stacker wanted to buy a safe like this, they can't just go down to Cabela's or
No.
Bass Pro Shop. You got to go to a safe company, right?
Yeah, retailers are going to have gun safes. So you're going to have to come to a safe company to get a commercial or residential safe that's for storing your valuables. If you buy them online, generally you can also pay a hefty delivery fee, and then you're going to pay somebody else to install it. If you come to someone local like us, we usually have these in stock, or I can get them in stock, and you save those costs.
So do you guys mostly sell to Oregon and Washington?
Oregon and Washington, I can drop ship safes from my suppliers to your location. There would be a delivery fee, but it's probably going to be less than if you were to order it through an online store or something like that.
So if someone is in like Florida or Texas, do you recommend them trying to find a company near them, or?
Yeah,
or...
absolutely. They can they can contact us through our website, contact@davislock.com, or if they have a local trusted locksmith that has a showroom and carries safes and bolts, they're going to have something similar to this. But you're not going to be able to get it to your big retailers.
Now this brand here, the Gardall, is a great one that you recommend.
Absolutely.
But what would be some other really good brands
Sure.
for residential fire safes?
Yeah, so I really like Hollon. They're based out of Texas. They're a really good brand. Gardall is a really good brand that we carry, and American Security, which is a little bit more brand recognition. People understand that name. If you go onto their websites, they're very, very good at categorizing the different types of safes. So you can go under gun safe, burglary safe, commercial safe, depository safe. That's how you would find these safes. Sizes, you can get all the specs, that sort of thing.
So you want to make sure you look for burglary safe, right?
Yeah.
And then as far as size goes, it's just however big you want
That's
to go.
right. You know, like I said, this particular safe comes in like 6 different sizes, and all 3 of those manufacturers carry this type of safe. And then it just depends on what size. Like I say, always get bigger than what you think you need.
And Lance, this is your son, yeah?
That's right. This is Seth. He's my operations manager.
Hey, what's up, Seth? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay, so I want to ask you about the Liberty safes.
Yep.
And there was a whole thing a few years ago, I guess now, where they were giving out like a master code.
They were.
Does that code exist for any of these safes, the Hollon, Gardall?
They do not. So pretty much on those safes, they were their locks. As you can see here, S&G, Sergeant and Greenleaf, that's not the same brand as Gardall.
Oh, I
Gardall
see.
makes the safe. S&G, which has been around a very long time, actually makes the lock. It's almost like the tires on your car, right? You know,
Yeah.
Michelin's making the tires, Ford's making the truck.
Right.
You know, it's just like that. So I will say electronic ones, just like on this safe, because it was mostly on gun safes when it happened.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I know the story right, FBI, ATF, one of those 3-letter agencies, called them and they just gave them the code.
That's so crazy.
They have a backup code. It's not a code that comes with it. It's not one that you even know is there. You can't change it. You can't program it out. You don't even know about it.
So that code may still exist on a lot of gun safes out there.
Unfortunately, probably almost every one they made as of recent.
So you want the lock and the safe to be made by different companies, right?
Usually, yes, because these lock manufacturers like S&G, and you'll notice a lot of our safes actually have S&G because they're a very good company. They've been around a long time. They're proven. And
Yeah.
this is all they do. They specialize in it.
Yeah.
Versus if American Security here, they actually do make their own locks. And from what I hear, they're not bad. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things we don't know. That brand was caught. This one hasn't been.
Yeah, so
you know, we prefer to go to a manufacturer that we know for sure isn't doing that.
that makes sense. And between the electric lock like this and the mechanical lock, you personally think the mechanical is better for stacking?
100%. Because, you know, it all comes down to longevity. I've actually worked on safes that were 100+ years old that had mechanicals, actually Sergeant and Greenleafs, and they were in perfect working condition.
Wow.
I cannot say the same about electronic locks. They are good, but unfortunately they can go bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate all
Yeah,
the information.
100%, man.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much, Lance.
Thank you very much.